Hello, beautiful people. It's Cinderella. Welcome to the channel. Today we're back again with another video. This is still about the China and the luxury brand and all. This is from the channel Pink Book Lessons. The title reads Chinese troll white people, calls them dumb amid escalating trade war. Okay. We're gonna check this together and I will love your thoughts and your contribution at the end of the video. Let's dive right in.
But the problem is that in this scenario, to use your metaphor, the US has the bigger gun. And so China ends up having more to lose from this trade war, doesn't it? You know, it can't sustain the loss of 15% of its export market, i.e. what you export to the US.
Not at all. China is fully prepared to fight to the very end because the world is big enough that the United States is not the totality of the market in the world. So if the United States wants to go in that direction of completely shutting itself out of the China market, be my guest.
Yeah, and China will lose the US market, which, as I've said, is 15%.
We don't care. We don't care. China has been here for 5,000 years. Most of the time, there was no United States, and we survived. And if the United States wants to bully China, we will deal with the situation without the United States. And we expect to survive for another 5,000 years.
The tariff war between the US and China is really heating up. Not only do you have Chinese manufacturers coming out exposing luxury brands they've been doing business with all these years, but you have the Chinese getting on TikTok, a Chinese app, going toe-to-toe with Americans. You got this Chinese man here flat out taunting white people, calling them dumb.
MAGA people, you guys are really dumb. Seriously, the whole world knows you guys are dumb. Only you guys don't know about it. I'm Chinese, I'm just very straightforward. You guys are so stupid. If the lies too complicated, you guys cannot even understand. So politicians have to make the most obvious, most ridiculous lies. And you guys like, oh, I get it. That makes sense.
He's saying MAGA, but everyone knows when an ethnic person says MAGA, that's code for white people. And he's been trolling them for days. I have to say, this whole fight is pretty interesting. He's got a clap back for every comment.
So many MAGA leave messages like, soon I will have no products from China. Yeah, that's only because soon you will have no home. Sorry, that's not funny. In China, we all have homes. Even the poorest have home, can afford fresh vegetable, meat, eggs. That's just like basic human rights in China. And I hope you also have that basic human rights. Oh, damn nice. Thank you, sir. And yes, exactly. In this world, only China buying that many agricultural products. And 1.4 billion Chinese, no one is starving. Do you know India? India has people starving to death every year. And they are still exporting agricultural products to other countries. Capitalism. You must.
But this is it's gonna do the country good, if I'm being honest. But lots of people don't even understand or realize that, because listen, it pays. You're spending more importing, right? You're spending more importing it down to your country. You're spending more. But people, that's why you see for lots of goods or for some particular goods or items that people buy internationally, they are gonna add the shipping cost or the shipping fee to it. Even all those some of the companies that will say, "Oh, when you spend this amount of money, then you get free shipping." Free shipping is already attached to it. Free shipping is already attached to the cost or to the goods. They just some sort of way just find found a way to add it without your knowledge or without you knowing, right? But you spend more buying internationally. And this China stuff and whatever China coming to tell you, oh, they produce are the ones, the manufacturers and all that. It's common knowledge, right? Yeah. And people going all the way to China to go and buy. You're still giving China your money. And China is still gonna make more profits. That is the goal. Yeah. So people just need to open their eyes and understand that okay, which one is doing them good or is going to do them good. So for businesses are going to think of the one that they are going to profit most or profit the most, that's going to do them good. So you as a consumer also, you should also think that okay, which one is going to do me good? Do you think going to all the way to China to buy that $1 goods or the $10 or the $50 good instead of buying 150 or instead of buying $500 flight costs, your time there, and when you're bringing it down, you're also going to pay in case your luggage is small, and so you have to do the plus and minus. And the way, okay, which is cheaper? Is it cheaper for me to buy here in my country, or is it cheaper for me to go to China to buy? Both consumer and businesses are going to think that way.
Admit that Western propaganda is the best propaganda in humanity history. They make you know 1989. They don't make you know 1970 in Kent State, 1985 Philadelphia, right? Like a Chinese, we don't know about this dark history of Western countries. But you guys all know China's. So smart. Without United States, you have nothing, China. Yes, MAGA, we don't have child labor, school shooting, homeless problem, genocide, oligarchy, monopoly, crazy expensive yet inefficient healthcare system, heavy tax on working class, property tax every year, anti-Semitism awareness law, a supremacy bubble you live in, built by multi-billion-dollar worth propaganda, a fake free speech, fake democracy. Yeah, you guys got it all. Also, we don't have MAGA. Hello from China. Let me show you the United States products in my home. Nothing. Do you have something from China in your home?
As you can see, this Chinese man pulled up and he's got all the smoke. He's literally got a response for every comment. Like this one right here, who admitted, yes, we have a lot of Chinese products, but said they're all garbage. Listen to his response.
Yeah, imagine why your importers only import cheap garbage and sell you with high price. Look, this garbage only $2 to buy, and in your country it will at least $19. Who's laughing now?
Or this commenter here who pointed out that a lot of Chinese moved to America and attend American universities, clawing at the opportunity to live in the United States. Basically saying if everything is so wonderful in China, why are they coming over here? He even had a response for that.
My dear MAGA, that is not called so many. Chinese people are all around the world because there is over 1.4 billion Chinese, and the Chinese people have money to move around. You don't.
Wow.
Yes, that's called one person work can support a whole family. Why you guys all obsessed with working? You think you don't have master? Then why you are being a financial slave? The student loan, all the interest of your loan is crazy. It's illegal in China. MAGA, the Federal Reserve using dollar to exploit people all around the world. And you didn't get the benefits. You pay tax and the tax money go to war. Why you sound so proud? Hi, I'm only joking with you. Why your MAGA suddenly get all so defensive and start throwing all this Western propaganda about China at me? Those propaganda created to enslave you. It doesn't work on me. I know real China.
This man has been going on and on, taking shots just like the rest of them. The harsh truth, one that many Americans still haven't grasped, is that America created this monster. At the root of it all, American greed and corruption deeply embedded in the system. Now you have Chinese men openly taunting Americans, saying what America should be doing. Like this guy right here, he straight up said America needed a revolution. And let's be real, he didn't tell a single lie.
They rob you blind and you thank them for it. That's a tragedy. That's a scam. That's why I'm saying this right now. Americans, you don't need a tariff. You need a revolution. For decades, your government and oligarchs only ship your job to China. Not for diplomacy, not for peace, but to exploit cheap laborers. And in the process, they hollow out your middle class, crash you.
Well, I understand what they are trying to say here, but if you look at it, it's not like it's any better in China or in another country. China people, please don't come for me. Oh. Don't come for me because see, we know, we know, and keep your energy far. Because yeah, leave if you want to attack the my country government, not me. Don't come for me. But listen, every country have got their own flaws. This is what I keep saying, and I'm still gonna say it. Every country have got their own flaws, right? And every country, president, ruler, whatever, they've got to do what is gonna be beneficial for their country or for their citizens and whatever. And some people at this point don't even will not will be thinking with their brain or will not be thinking with their head. They most likely will be thinking with their mind or emotions, and their emotions are gonna get a play. What the people or Chinese people are saying is true, but it's a hard pill to swallow. But at the exact same time, lots of people, and not just Americans, lots of people already associate to say, oh, if they're buying from their country, they don't trust it because they have this idea that their country people are not giving them exact quality that other top luxurious brand are giving. What do you think made you trust the luxurious brand over unbranded products? One, The branded product already built their brand, and they built it on trust. And you think that, oh, by spending thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars on a branded product would make you feel worthy or feel class or whatever, than spending maybe just a few dollars on a particular unbranded product. But because the product does not have brand, you don't feel it worthy, or you don't deem it worthy to spend your dollars on, right? And there are some people that really don't mind buying unbranded product, and this is the exact same thing why China still have what they have today, right? And that is the more reason why people still don't even understand the dynamics or what this is doing to both countries or the entire world at large. People rushing to say, oh, China is has exposed the luxurious brand, and now they are giving you, instead of them selling at $50, while you're also going to be paying $150 from the market. So instead of China selling it for $50 for you, they're going to sell it for $10. Who is going to profit the most? That is the psychology, or that's the logic behind it. Who is going to be benefit the most? Your country is not going to benefit. China is gonna be the one to benefit, and that is what your president is trying to tell you. No, we need the dollars to stay in our country. We need the money to stay in our country. Don't go give your money or your hard-earned dollars to another country to buy products. Buy America. So you help build the brand and build trustworthy. But people still be like, oh no, the tariff, okay, they are gonna boycott the tariff. There's no way you're gonna boycott it, because if you're going directly to buy from China, you're still gonna pay shipping costs. You're still gonna pay for shipping. You're still gonna pay as much as. So, I mean, but again, I understand all of this, because lots of people be like, okay, well, they want to spend hundreds of money, but I don't think this even gets to the point, or it should even result to the point where people are starting to shade each other. Every country is most likely going to do what is beneficial for them, and China at this point, they are doing what is beneficial for them, and America, Trump is trying to do what is beneficial for America. And people should also realize that, because do you think by going directly to China to buy those things, you're doing America any favor? Question.
Your working class and taught you to be proud while they sold your future for profit. And yes, China made money, but we used it to build roads, leave millions out of poverty, fund healthcare, raise living standard. We reinvested in our people. My family also benefited from it. What did your oligarchs do? They bought yachts, private jets, and mansions with golf course driveways. They manipulate the market, dodge tax, and poured billions into endless wars. And you get stagnant wages, crippling healthcare costs, cheap dopamine, debt, and flagged wave property made in China, while they pick your pocket. For 40 years, both China and the United States benefit from the trade, the manufacturing, but only one of us use that wealth to build. This isn't China's fault. This is yours. You let this happen. You let the oligarchs feed your lies, while they made you fat, poor, and addicted. Now they blame China for mess they made. I don't think so. I don't think you need another tariff. You need to wake up. You need to take your country back. I think you need a revolution.
He said we allowed this to happen. We allowed American manufacturing to die. We allowed American jobs to be taken. And we beefed China up so much they can openly say all this right now in the face of Americans with a nonchalant attitude. I mean, seriously trolling.
Yeah, and China will lose the US market, which, as I've said, is 15%.
We don't care. We don't care.
MAGA people, you guys are really dumb. Seriously, the whole world know you guys are dumb. Only you guys don't know about it.
Yeah, they don't care anymore because they got what they wanted. And now we're the ones holding the bag full of broken pieces. Folks have been getting over on America for years, while this country strutted around like it ran the whole world. Meanwhile, everybody, and I mean everybody, used America to level up, all while holding nothing but contempt. The rich and the powerful in America straight up sold off the American dream for a quick profit, threw the middle class and the poor under the bus in the process. That's why we're going through what we're going through right now, and it's absolutely necessary. It's really dangerous to be this dependent on folks that have nothing but contempt for you. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about all this below.
Also, here is what I want to say, right? Um, most of the time, you have to blame this on politicians. Some of the politicians are greedy and they just want what's beneficial for their pockets and what will make them um more money, right? So they gotta do what they gotta do, and they're gonna sell some particular thing or sell something to you. Now it's left for you to question and left for you to rethink to say, okay, is this gonna be beneficial? Because listen, every country have got its own flaws, and I keep saying this, and I'm gonna say it over and over again. Would you rather have free speech in America, or would you rather have controlled speech but have luxury of, or I'll say have a simple life in another country? Or would you have free speech in America and controlled lifestyle in America? Because you cannot even have it both ways. You have to pick and choose. Pick your onions and pick your poison. That is just the truth. Because it's not like it's any better in any country. Some other countries want to paint it to make it look like it is better here. But every country most likely is going to do what is beneficial for the country and what is profitable for the country. So look at both ways. For people jumping all of this, yeah, blame the politicians, and the politicians worldwide. It's not just one particular politician. Don't even think that, oh, because Chinese are saying, oh, this and that, that. Look, go to their country. Even you yourself, there are some things you see, you say, oh, I'd rather pick my poison here in this particular country than go to another country, or go to this particular country to live like this, right? Or you may go to another country and say, oh, well, this one looks like it's going to be beneficial for me. Let me stay here than stay in my country. So better pick your poison wisely and stay with it and live with it. For people who are jumping on the bandwagon to say, oh, well, that it's better to buy cheaper things or buy cheap in China than to buy in America, or than to buy in European countries that you live in. Well, are you doing yourself any favors? Because your money is not going to your country. Your money is going to another country. Is the logic. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Obviously, this is not a situation or a case where anybody's going to win. At the end of the day, you're going to do what is beneficial for you and your country and where you live in, right? So think about it thoroughly. Don't just jump and to say, well, people have said this, then therefore, oh, I think this works. Think what is most likely going to be beneficial for you. But I love your thoughts and your contribution in the comments below. Do you really also know about the luxury items being produced in manufactured in China, or you're just getting to find out? I love your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.